Hi guys, it's Grace with Grace Gets Gastric. Today is Tuesday, January 14th, 2020, and I am here today for my 2-week, or week 106 post-op VSG update. Another car video today. I have an appointment after work, and so I wanted to film this video now and make sure that I have time to edit it later tonight. But to start us off with stats, again, my name is Grace. I am 5'8", 29 years old, and on January 2nd, 2018, I had the Vertical Sleeve Gastrectomy, or VSG, weight loss surgery. My highest weight ever recorded was 354 pounds in May of 2017, and I was required by my insurance to do a 6-month medically supervised weight loss diet, and over the course of that 6 months, I lost 35 pounds, so my starting weight day of surgery was 319 pounds. Last week, I came into the weight of 197.8, and this morning I weighed in at 195.4. So that is a weekly loss of 2.4 pounds, a loss since surgery of 123.6 pounds, and a loss since my highest weight of 158.6 pounds. Another loss. I'm super happy with that. I honestly was not expecting it to be so high, partially because I started my period today, and it's been coming for a few days. I've felt the cravings, I've felt the snackiness, and I've actually been really on point with my diet. I'm very happy with that. I am still posting daily what I eat on Instagram if you're interested in following along, but I'm a little constipated. I'm definitely, dealing with period stuff, so I was not expecting a 2.4 pound loss, and I'm very, very pleased. But like I said, I'm doing really well with my nutrition and with my exercise, which is always awesome. I've hit 10,000 steps every day in January. I've been doing my 5 days a week strength training. I've done yoga once a week, which is all in my goals. And then I stuck to my 1,500 calorie budget. And it's not been too difficult, which is weird because I've been struggling. I was struggling kind of for the past several months. And I've gone through periods of this before too, where everything seems to fall into place, and it's not hard. And I don't know if it's the new year. I don't know if it was like the month countdown to plastics really sunk in to kind of motivate me. I'm not sure. Sometimes things just click. So yeah, it's been cool. It's been nice. And I've also happy because I've had a few indulgences that have not derailed me. So last week my coworker brought in this homemade smoked Chex Mix that is so freaking good. And I definitely did have some of that several days, but I tracked it. I planned for it. I couldn't plan for it the first day, but I tracked it. I made sure to adjust my macros to account for it. So, and I didn't go wild with it. I didn't, eat a whole bag or whatever. I just had a few servings. So pretty exciting. I've been very, very into the community lately as well, and I don't know if maybe that's part of it as part of that influence. I was still regularly, obviously I've been making videos on YouTube regularly. I've still been watching videos and commenting. I was still posting pretty regularly on Instagram, but not quite every single day, throughout November, December. And I wasn't really making stories. I just wasn't. I just had other priorities, and I think that was part of it, is just with all of the other stuff going on in the holidays, it was just too hard for me to, I couldn't prioritize everything at once, and the other stuff was stuff that I had to put a little higher, and now this is kind of my only focus, and I've been watching so many videos, particularly of anyone who has done plastics of any kind, but just kind of, I'm just really in a good mindset for this weight loss type of thing, which is always good. As far as plastics, I leave 2 weeks from today, and I am definitely freaking out. I'm trying not to focus to let myself freak out too much, because I'm just a warrior. That is just what I do. So I'm trying not to overly worry, just the right amount. But as far as working through my checklist, thank you, by the way, to everyone who had suggestions on other people who have had plastics in the weight loss community and have made YouTube videos. I have updated that playlist if you're interested. I've added Perforce, Asta Cielo Moss, Cookie Lou, Lisa Pickens, and Karen's VSG, I believe, are all the people. Karen is actually recovering now. I think she's a couple of weeks, maybe I think 2 weeks today maybe, from her surgery. So she is updating right now. I am planning to also add in little Kansas Kitty, but I was going to wait a little bit to see until she gets a little farther out, but she had butt implants, which is a surgery I've not seen anyone else document. But I also had my bariatric appointment. Oh, I should mention that. I had my 2-year post-op appointment last week, and as always, the scheduling was just a nightmare. They fucked it up. They always do, and I always forget about it, and then it's the worst, but they were able to sort it out. They are super happy with my progress. I am like 2 pounds. I was like 2 pounds lower than I was a year ago, which is kind of cool. I mean, like, I've obviously gone up a little bit from my lowest weight this past year, but that was a really brief low weight, though I'm still up a little bit from my maintenance range. But overall, the fact that I've basically maintained for a year is pretty fucking awesome, I think. And they were very happy with everything. They were very pleased. So that went well. I got a haircut, which was on my list. So I just showered, so you can't really see, but it looked super cute. It always does. And my hairdresser is so excited for me and my plastics. She follows my my weight loss Insta and the surgeon, and she's just like, if you need anything, if you need like me to like a blowout, you need me to do your hair when you're recovering, just let me know, I'll come over. So yeah, she's awesome. I continue to do some meal prep. I meal prepped some of those some sausage pancake muffin things that I am filming. I filmed a video for and will post at some point, I think next month. I still have to edit it, but I did film it, so yay. And then I attempted to send the wire transfer with the money, and it didn't go through. So I'm really kind of annoyed. Especially because like there are very specific wire transfer hours, and I think they said that there was wrong information. And I double checked what they sent, and I'm pretty sure what it is that I said it was an international transfer because I assumed it would be because it's in Mexico. But I think that I think it's technically in California where I'm sending like the business or whatever. So I think that it didn't go through because I classified it as an international transfer and it's technically a domestic, but I'm just confirming. So I'm just kind of annoyed because I thought I'd like taken care of this like huge thing, and then it's not quite taken care of yet. So hopefully I will be able to come to you next week saying that's been sorted. It's like snowing kind of. You might be able to see like little bits of snow. So for Seattle, everyone freaks out because we do not deal well with snow, and our city is very hilly, is part of the problem as well. So we're just not equipped for it. So there's supposed to be a little bit more later on this week, and so I'm a little anxious about not being able to come into work, which is not a big deal. If there has to be snow this month, this is the week for it. Sorry, I'm only wearing one glove. In terms of my prep, because I have an appointment this afternoon, and I have an appointment on Thursday, but those are, like things that I could cancel. I don't like need to do for plastics, and it's far enough out that it's not going to deter me too much. But next week I have a bunch of stuff going on. It's all my last minute, prep. So I cannot afford there to be snow and to be homebound. So if there has to be snow, that's fine, but get it out of your system. It's basically where I'm at. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, we're just keeping on. It was interesting today. I was in the gym, as always. I'm there like fucking all the time now, which, how wild to think about how much my life has changed. But I was thinking that for good or for evil, the people who I go to the gym with, and by that I mean I go to the gym at a similar time, so I see a lot of the same people in the changing room, in the floor. But in the changing room, the women that tend to go to the gym at the same time as me see like more of my naked body than basically anyone else right now. So, yay. But, like, I'm not going into like separate changing rooms. I don't have the capacity to care about that. So I really, it's like I strip off. I mean, I'm wrapping a towel around myself, but the thing with these like tiny little baby towels, I can get it around my top, torso, whatever, but because of my loose skin on my lower stomach, it doesn't close all the way, you know, it kind of like hangs open. So there's like a nice V of my lower half that everyone can see, which I just don't care. But I'm always very interested, and I might have talked about this before, because, you know, they've seen me transform. I started going there 2 months post-op VSG, so they've seen the weight loss, and they can see like the saggy skin. And I'm really, you know, like, no one's really said anything to me, because why the fuck would you? That would be so inappropriate. Like, I've a few people have like come up to me in the gym before and been like, oh, you know, like, you look great, or you've done amazing, or that kind of thing. But no one's like in the changing room like looking at me, you know. But like, they have to notice. You notice things. I notice things about the people that I'm changing around with. I mean, no one's gone through major transformations, but I know the ones who have giant back tattoos, you know. Anyways, so I'm curious. I wish I could know, one, their thoughts now, but two, like, they're gonna be able to tell my body has changed drastically when I start going back to the gym, you know? Like, I'm gonna have massive scars, and the skin will be gone. And, you know, it's one thing that, I mean, I still don't know yet what I'm gonna look like, right? And I don't know how different I will look in clothes. I imagine that, like, my sizing will be very different, just because I am, particularly in my my lower half, and possibly with my tops, depending on what my boobs end up doing. But that doesn't necessarily mean you'll like look massively different to other people, because I do compress so much of my loose skin. You know, it might not be a major visible difference to people who aren't like with a magnifying glass, you know, or it might just look like I've lost a little bit more weight, or like there's something different and they don't know. I just don't know. But, you know, in the gym, when your clothes are off, like, you can tell. So yeah, I'm kind of curious. I'm curious to see if I'll be self-conscious about that. You know, I'm a little bit self-conscious about my loose skin, for sure. But I was self-conscious a little bit about my massive body before. So, you know, like, I've always been like a smidge self-conscious, but not enough to like change behind a curtain, and, you know, I'm showering there. So yeah, I'm not quite like walking around buck-ass naked like some people in the changing room, but, you know, some food for thought, some things that I am mulling over. But thank you guys, as always, for being here, for watching, for all of your support and love and suggestions. Oh, one more thing. I made a video, which I will link hopefully in the cards and below, asking for if you have any questions about my upcoming plastic surgery that you've been dying to ask me. I'm gonna make a video, and I'll probably film it this like Friday or this weekend. So if you have any questions, you have a few more days. I'll, you know, link it for you so that you can leave questions if you have them. I've already got like a good amount, so no worries if you don't, but I just wanted to mention that is there in case you somehow missed it. Anyways, thank you guys as always, and I will talk to you all very soon.